You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, it happened yet again. I go to bed last night. I wake up this morning really early, like at 3:30 in the morning. And the headline is Team USA basketball lost yet again in another exhibition. This time, they lost to Australia. Greg Wokovich, what are you doing? What are you doing? There is no excuse for the USA to be losing any of these exhibition games. And I know that people are going to say, well, these teams that they're playing, they have NBA players. Yeah, so what? I really don't care. I truly do believe still, folks, that the best of the best players in the world when it comes to basketball are USA-born players. And the best player by far on the court is Kevin Durant. He is the best player on any team that is going to be competing in the Tokyo Olympics. And it's not really that close. Team USA, loaded with all-stars. These teams that they're losing to really don't have any all-stars. And Australia, they didn't even have Ben Simmons playing. They were led by Patty Mills, who actually plays for Greg Wokovich in San Antonio. This is embarrassing. This is absolutely unacceptable. But like I said before in my previous video, these anti-American players, they're getting what they deserve at this point. The NBA deserves this, folks. So check this out. Team USA upset by Australia in second straight pre-Olympic shocker. Now, what's funny about this is the first time since professional basketball players have been allowed to play in international competition that they have lost 2 straight games like this. This is utterly embarrassing, folks. But it says here on the New York Post, these games don't count. Right now, that is the only saving grace for USA basketball. But you know what, folks? These games absolutely do count. When you're supposed to be by far the most dominating force on the world stage in basketball, you cannot lose to Nigeria. You cannot lose to Australia. But it happened. And it says for quite probably the first time in 29 years of NBA players suiting up for the national team, there was a smattering of boos. I mean, these players got booed, folks, when a game ended on home soil, no less. Patty Mills scored 22 points, and Australia held off the U.S. without a field goal. Wait a minute, hold on. Patty Mills scored 22 points, and Australia held the U.S. without a field goal for the final 4 minutes and 34 seconds, on the way to beating the Americans 91-83 on Monday night, dropping the 3-time Olympic gold medalist to 0-2 in that 5-game slate of exhibitions leading up to the Tokyo Games. So Australia held a loaded Team USA team with nothing but all-stars. No field goals, the final 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Are you kidding me? And this is what Greg Wokovich had to say about this game. He said, I thought we got better tonight, said U.S. coach Greg Wokovich, whose team lost to Nigeria on Saturday. Quote, after a short time together, there's a lot of things that have to be covered. But the first half and the second half were 2 different beasts. In the first half, we defended the way we wanted to defend. We rebounded better. We moved the ball better at the offensive end and had more pace. In the second half, we tired out. Close quote. So Greg Wokovich is saying that a loaded Team USA team tired out in the second half against Australia. Against Australia. And you couldn't score. You couldn't hit a field goal the last 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Joe Ingles scored 17 points. Matty Thabulle I'm probably butchering his name there, scored 12 points. Chris Golding had 11 for Australia. Quote, "We walked into this game expecting to win," Ingles said. Damian Lillard led the U.S. with 22 points while Kevin Durant scored 17 and Bradley Beal finished with 12. But the Americans wasted a 10-point second half lead. They blew a 10-point lead and lost by 8 and have dropped back-to-back games for just the third time since NBA players began wearing the red, white, and blue in 1992. The other instances, 2 straight in the 2002 FIBA World Championship and 2 straight in the 2019 Basketball World Cup. The U.S. finished 6th in the first tournament and 7th in the other. And while these are glorified scrimmages, this much is already certain. A medal seems far from a lock for the U.S. I completely agree with that. I don't know who is going to be the favorite when the Tokyo Games come. It may be the U.S., but there's no way it is a lock. No way at all this is a lock. I mean, when you lose to Nigeria like that, when you lose to Nigeria, a team that is absolutely no threat to win a gold medal, probably not even a silver or bronze, when you lose to them, you know you're in real trouble, especially when you have one of the best players on the planet leading the way in Kevin Durant, and you still lose. Maybe this is just a fits. Maybe this is just a fits for these woke NBA players. Maybe they just don't want to have to stand for the national anthem on the podium to win a medal. Maybe they won't medal at all. It'll be a complete and utter embarrassment. It would be completely embarrassing when you have nothing but all-stars on this team and you're losing to Nigeria and you're losing to Australia. Now, yet, like I said before, they do have NBA players on these teams, but these players are not all-stars. I mean, this is supposed to be like when you're playing John Madden football. Team USA is supposed to be the all-Madden team. And we all know when you play the all-Madden team on Madden football, it's completely unfair because the person you're playing against is going to be playing with a regular team and they just can't match up. But now, this Team USA, let's just be real about this. They don't seem to be very good. I don't know what's going to happen in the Olympics, but this is bad enough right here. This is a huge stain on Team USA basketball. When a Kevin Durant-led Team USA team loses to Nigeria and now loses to Australia, and you're coached by 5-time NBA championship coach Greg Wokovich, who's supposed to be one of the best coaches in the history of the NBA, and you flame out like this, this is embarrassing, folks. Utterly embarrassing. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? Team USA getting what they deserve once again. And Greg Wokovich, you got to explain this one. You really got to explain this. This is embarrassing yet again. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.